Ready? 90, Wolf.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Get the ball.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. A huge play there right off the bat. 68 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll drop the throw, and it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
On the double.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a 2nd time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his 2nd first-quarter touchdown there. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking to throw. He's going to fire one into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers going to throw again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
13 yards, first down Packers. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. Time. 3 down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 10. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Gurley's got the first down and then some. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 60-or.
2nd and 11. Able to find Shaheen here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to number 19. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Packers.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good.
And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton.
That's the one you make the spin.
Trey Burton, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And able to find Graham, complete. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 2nd and 6. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his pass incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. The connection made. It's Graham. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I got you. I got you. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Back north.
Throwing is Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 24 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
The quick slant caught. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 8 read.
2nd and 1. This one into the hands of Burton. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton in the final seconds of the 1st half as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He wants it all for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Just keep it, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Montravius Adams able to run it down for a loss of a yard. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw, it's Rodgers. That is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here's Rodgers. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Another carry now for Gurley. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. 80 weapons. Hey, box truck, box truck.
59. Mike's 59. Let's go, D.
Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rodgers now to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
218, chop.
On 1st down, Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Rodgers now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Packers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing something.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A huge play there for Chicago. 58 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards, a 1st down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Devin Bush able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors.
Man, the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction. and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Rodgers. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 53 yards. Rodgers going to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 58, boys. 58. 58. It's Mike. Know your job.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point good by Prater as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, the win means they'll finish the first half at a